everyone, it's Stella from Meeple University, and we have
Henry
from Meeple University.
Yes.
Welcome to our video of Too Many Bones Special Edition.
Yeah, the Automation of Shale.
So that is a very special book that is part of the game. It's a pop-up book.
So we've got here a cheeky pop-up
You
book.
just show the butt of the ball. Let's show the face of the ball.
Cheeky ball butt for the viewers, come on.
That sounds very rhymey, very good, Henry. Was that intentional?
It was very deliberate.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Very, very deliberate. So we are going to do a few rounds of playthrough of Too Many Bones with the Automaton of Shale.
Yes, thank you, Stella.
Is that how you say it?
I believe that's right.
know.
I said no. Automation.
Automaton, no?
No, was it
Automaton.
Okay. I'm normally wrongs in these matters. So,
I don't know. I had to ask Tarrant. Should have probably checked with Tarrant's usually correct. So we'll put in the bottom below if it's the wrong pronunciation. So very exciting. We are going to do a solo playthrough, a few rounds. Mm-hmm. With 2 characters.
That's correct.
Yep.
Yes. So I'm going to play through as 2 of the base game characters and give you a taste of what you'll get in this adventure. Yeah.
So slightly spoiler, just ever so slightly, but just a few rounds.
Yeah, just a few rounds. There's not anything major I'll be spoiling. It's all very standard adventure stuff to start things off. And it gets a lot more exciting as we go on.
Let's do it.
Yes. Okay. Here we are with the Automaton of Shale. And we're into the first page. So in your standard adventure in Too Many Bones, you will have a deck of cards and you'll play through each of your deck of cards. This is like your adventure, but it's all set in a certain order. You've got these pages with some story and some more interactive elements in it. So it's sort of like a good way to get into the world of Too Many Bones. So first thing you need to do is just open up the little packet on the page and unlock all the goodies in here. And we can probably read through this bit of story down the side here. So,
go for it.
From the waters of Dreadlock Bay to Ebon Heart so far away, report was sent without delay, fast as a falling star. A cruel attack launched without call, goblins strained to hold the wall. But all the warspire soon did fall, came news to Obenda. The council's verdict came apace, orders issued to start the chase. A gearlock band was sent to trace what evils lay afar.
Oh, very rhymey there.
Yes.
Very cryptic as well.
So, I think some of these interactive elements we can
show.
Oh
my gosh.
This is the town burning down.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
And so that's Obenda, I believe it was. And
Tipsy
we've got
Troll.
our gearlocks in the Tipsy Troll. And so we'll have, in here we've got 3 encounters for this first page. And we've also got some additional loot that we can add to our loot for. So this loot can be used in every game of Too Many Bones as well. So you can add it to your collection of loot. So I'm going to go ahead and collect it, add it in over here with this bunch. Right. Special encounter. News of the North. Early in the morning, too early, a furious rapping on the door interrupts a peaceful slumber. Waiting on the stoop, shifting from one foot to another, is an embassy from the Gearlock Council. Nobulus, latest intern, timely delivers tidings of some sort of attack on Warspire, and the Councils has called up the occupants of this address for another missions, this one investigatory. The intern is greeted by grumbled assent and a slammed door. So on our adventure, we're going to have choices. So this will be our first choice. Our first choice A is to go back to sleep. Selecting this choice will give us a loot. And there's a little bit of flavor text here. What's done is done. A few more hours sleep isn't going to hurt. After all, Warspire can't get any more burned to the ground, can it? And in addition to loot, each gearlock's health stat will increase by 1. So that's one choice. or we can listen to the intern and spend a bit of time preparing for your journey. And this will give us 2 training points. And this says training points earned from this choice may not be used to increase stats.
So we are assuming that you know how to play. Everyone's know how to play Too Many Bones.
Yeah, I can give a little overview. So we are gearlocks, and these are the 2 gearlocks I have selected. We've got Picket and Tantrum. There's 4 in the base game, so these are 2 of them. They come each with their own mouse pad with slots all like this sort of full of holes. Yep. These are rooms with dice that you'll unlock during your adventure. Different upgrades that you can get. And we're going to be battling out on this map here. We'll get given certain scenarios of battles during this adventure. We need to fight them with our gearlock. We need to ideally survive. And we need to play through the whole adventure. And you'll have days that will tick on as you go through. And so you just play through like that. I'll explain things as we go through. I'm going to give mostly an overview of stuff because there's a few rules to Too Many Bones, but most of it's on these double-sided sheets for your characters. They're all very different from each other. Cool. So, yeah. In this case, I think I'm going to spend a bit of time listening to the intern and preparing for my journey. So I'm going to get 2 training points. Which
sounds boring. No, I'm kidding.
I want those training points.
Sounds logical.
Yes. Correct.
Sensible.
It's very sensible.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back to sleep. I'm ready. So I want to unlock 2 skills for both of these characters. So I've got all the dice for these 2 characters in here.
This is what Chip Theory Games does.
Yes, they're very organized.
Yeah, and it's like, and also that's why it's called chip.
Yes.
Like the games comes with chips.
So many chips.
So many. Too many chips.
Too many chips.
No, never too many.
And these are essentially bones.
Yeah, okay.
So we're going to get 2 skills for each of them. For Picket, he's got a couple of skills up in the top left-hand corner here. One's called Stand Ground and Shield Form. These are like things that he can get that will like give him a permanent bonus throughout the whole mission if he sort of rolls the right result. So I'd like to, these are good ones to take early. So I'm going to take advantage of that. And I'm going to take both Stand Ground and Shield Form for my first choice. And I'll get to put them into there. So Sweet. These dice have different results, and I'll explain as we go what they do, but things are like giving him a permanent +1 shield, or letting him regain life every round. These are the better results on these dice that he can get. For Picket over here, he's an angry little guy. And one of his things is he has a rage die that he has actually get started on his board. So
very angry, like rage.
Yes.
Rage. Anger management.
Anger management, yeah. He really learns his stuff by the end here. So he's going to start off with this rage here. And he also has a couple of other spots that he gets started with. He gets his axe collector die. So he collects axes during the battle, and he has a body count die, which counts how many things he's killed during a fight.
Okay.
And he can consume his bodies to regain health.
Oh, wow.
So he's a very grumpy little tantrum. He gets more of a shield wall. He's just got a massive shield, and he's all about protection. My tantrums are all damage dealing thing. Yeah, so that's what he starts with. And I'm going to pick a couple of dice to unlock now.
Oh, right, yep.
So there's a whole selection here of dice that you can pick. It's got some recommendations in the book, and I'm going mostly with what it recommends. I'm going to unlock this one is like a kobold here.
And here's the menu.
Yeah, here's the menu. And I'm also going to get like a wolf here. And these are, like a kobold's really great because it can reduce the amount of damage he takes down to 1 if you get the right result. And like a wolf lets you retaliate and do damage and retaliation to attacks. So
sounds good.
Also pretty good.
Sounds very tantrum-ish.
Yes, so I've gone to 2 melee characters here. These are the 2 that appeal to me the most. Yeah, so let's see how I go.
Let's see.
So that is day 1 done. I've picked 2 training points for both of my characters, and we can progress to the next day. That means we've tracked 1 day down.
Yep.
So next encounter is training for dummies. Since the party's already starting late, may as well get a little bit of training in before we depart for Warspire. Fortunately, Tink has built training dummies for this exact purpose, capable of bobbing and weaving and taking a bit of abuse in the name of gear lock gains. The only question is how rigorous of a workout is needed this morning. Tink programmed multiple settings on these things. Is it cardio? Cardio is supposed to be important, right? Alright, so we've got two choices. We can fight the dummies, dummy. You flip the switch on the bots and read the Fighter Bots 4.0. So this one says place 4 1-point baddies on the baddie range positions with 1 HP each. Distribute a number of health chips equal to the party size between the baddies as you see fit. The battle is ended after round 3. Encounter success is achieved if the battle is won before then. And this would give me a training point and a loot. And the other option is to dumb down these dummies. You flip the switch on the dummy's head that reads Sputterbot 1.0. And it's the same thing, place 4 1-point baddies, but I've got 5 rounds to attempt to achieve it rather than 3.
Okay.
Feeling like I want to dumb down these dummies, Stella. I'm not feeling particularly confident.
Okay, let's do that.
And it might give me some time to get the results I want on these permanent upgrade dice. So
Okay.
there is a logic behind this. It's only not going to give me loot, but it's going to give me 1 training point. So yeah, that's okay. I think we can live without loot. So all right. So we got to prepare for this fight. This fight says to get 4 1-point baddies, which I'll need to draw from this tray over here.
I'll just put this one over here.
Yep.
On the side.
So when you're drawing these chips, you'll have 3 different rows, 1, 5, and 20. The scenario said to draw 4 ones, so I'm going to do that. And we can just put them directly into all the range spots on the board as described by that scenario, all with 1 HP each, which is also tracked by chips. So we're going to have this baddie, he's baddie number 1, and he's got 1 HP. So what's this guy? He is a clay golem. He's going to come out over there. On spot number 2, we have a troll romper.
Already straight into battle.
Yeah, didn't take long.
No, in the front of the Tipsy Troll Tavern. I mean, what do you expect?
Another troll romper here.
Ooh.
Oh, wrong way around. Another health.
Yep.
And we have a kobold tracker as well. So let's get that guy out there. Now
That's it. 4.
we have to give out 2 more health between these baddies as we see fit, because we have 2 players in our party.
Right.
Yep. I'm going to put it on this kobold tracker over here. He looks like the others are quite tough to hit down because they've all got thick skin or break, which are like things that reduce how much damage you do.
Yep.
So this one should be easier for us to take out. We're going to set the initiatives for the baddies. So we put this dice. There's like a round tracker down here. This counts how many rounds you've had. This is round 1. We set the 4 baddies. So this guy has initiative 2. This is this little green number on their chips here. So we got to set that for each baddie. 2, 2, 2, and 6. Let's go here. So 6 should be green, sorry. So as we can see, this is the green baddie. And that chip below. It's a little bit hard to see from the top down. And a 2. Next, we need to roll our initiative to see where we fit in on this track.
Go for it.
So we've got a 5 and a 3. So we're both going to slide in like this. This is the order which we will take attacks.
Mm-hmm.
We need to place both of our heroes out on the board here. We are going to put Picket here and Tantrum here. I think we are just about ready. So Picket has 5 health, extracted by poker chips underneath his marker here. Picket has 4.
Tantrum has 4.
Sorry, Tantrum has 4, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so this is how you would set up for battle. Now we just start from top to bottom here and initiate each of these in order. So first we're going to start with this baddie here, with initiative 6. They have 2 special rules on their chip. One's called Hardy and one's called Compound. And Chip Theory have this lovely player aid here, remind you of all these different keywords.
Oh, in there. Yeah.
So Compound, this unit's attack stack is equal to the current round. So because it's round 1, it has 1 attack. So, but if it was round 5, it would have 5 attack. Yeah. And Hardy says reduce any.
Sounds like that one we need to.
Yeah, I don't think this was a very good idea to
put the.
Yes, I might move those.
Yeah,
This next rule is any turn this unit takes damage to its HP, including true damage, the total is reduced to 1. So it's really, really good at tanking damage, even more so than the other ones.
Okay,
so
let's
these two health are going to slip over there.
Let's pretend that we've done this this time around.
I hadn't rolled any dice yet.
No,
so that's
okay.
what's important.
No, that's okay.
Now there's one other thing I need to do, which is
Open the next page now. I was like,
Pickett here gets to roll some dice at the start of a battle, I believe. Okay, so over here we've got an innate ability called Shield Wall, and at the start of battle, Pickett may roll all of his defense dice, the white dice only, and be placed in defense active slots. For this roll, bones cannot be placed in the backup plan. So Pickett gets to roll 2 defense dice, and he gets to do this at the start of battle. This is one of his special things. Makes him a little bit tougher. And bones I don't get to keep, so I just get 1 defense. Could have been better, but that's okay. We've got his rage, and rage should be in the active slot. Perfect. We'll go back to where I was doing. This guy's going to activate. This person attacks, going to target the smallest, so the hero with the least amount of health, as indicated here. It is a melee hero, so it needs to move adjacent to one of our heroes to attack us. And all baddies move up to 2 spaces. And as soon as a melee hero gets in range of any baddie, they're going to stop and attack. So they're going to attack Tantrum, and they're going to attack Tantrum with 1 dice. So I'm going to roll that.
1.
1 damage. So Tantrum will lose 1 health. Now that upsets Tantrum, and he's going to get slightly angry. So for every health that Tantrum loses, he gets 1 stack of rage built up on his character.
Very good.
So now it goes to Tantrum's turn. I think Tantrum's going to retaliate here. So I could roll any of these dice, which I probably will, and I've got up to 3 attack dice to use. I have dexterity of 3. This helps me with movement and the total number of dice I can use on my turn. So the max number of dice I could roll is 3 dice on my turn until I upgrade that. So I'm going to roll 2 attacks to attack this kobold here. And I'm also going to roll 1 of these dice to see if I can get a good result. I think this like a wolf one just lets me retaliate. Or actually I'm not sure if I need any of these. I can always optionally, with these skill dice, if I don't like the result, I can put it back into the slot. But once I choose a result, I have to discard the dice after I use it, and it's gone for the entire battle. So I'm going to choose these 3 dice and see what I get. Okay, so I've got 2 attack, which will do 1 damage to this because it hardies 1 damage, but it's only got 1 health, so that's enough to kill it.
Yay!
When Pickett does damage, he gets angrier as well. This will let me reduce any damage I take down to 1. But I don't think I'm going to take any more damage this turn, so I'm not going to use this dice. And this gives me a bones to put on this bones track. And these bones can be used to do various powers, which are particular for each character. But these are like things that you get for failing to get the results on your dice. So for now, I'm happy with that. So that is Tantrum's turn over. We go to Pickett. Pickett wants to probably get in there and hit this guy. Pickett will move 1 up to here. Because Pickett only has 2 dexterity, he just used 1 to move 1 space, so he's only got 1 left. So I can either roll a defense die or roll one of my passives. And I think I'm going to try and roll one of my passives and see if I get a dice result I want. Ideally, I want this 1 health regen dice on this one. So let's see if I get it. No, this is a permanent bones, which I don't really want, so I'm going to put it back on my board.
Yeah.
Back over to the enemy's turn. We've got this troll moving next. It actually should go in order of 1, 2, 3 for the enemies. So it's going to be this one going next. So it's going to go 1, 2, like this, and attack Picket. He's only got 1 attack dice, so we will roll 1.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
And he does 1 damage, which will consume.
Sorry, why did I say 1? Why can't I just say no damage?
Yeah,
Sorry.
come on, Stella. It just gets rid of his shield, so he's no longer got that shield.
Yeah.
This guy's ability is Break, which I do remember. This means if you use any attack dice to attack this guy, you lose that attack dice for the rest of the fight.
Oh.
It's really horrible. So he's definitely not going to get the dice, the extra health.
No.
This purple one, he is also going to move 2. He's in a bit of a corner here, so he's going to walk around 1, 2.
That's it.
And try and get over.
Oh, right.
To it can't, you can't reach anyone from where he is. So
yeah.
He's going to waste his turn, and this one will attack Picket as well. Also for 1 dice. It's indicated up in the top right here.
I got it right now.
Better.
No damage.
Oh, 2!
Oh, see what happened?
I
should not ask for too much. Now this is... Alright, because it doesn't have shield?
No,
yeah.
Shield's already been used, so...
Oh.
That's 2 damage down. It's going to advance us on to the second round. We go again. So starting with... Oh, this one's dead, so we don't need to do that one.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to go straight to Tantrum.
So this goes until, well...
Until 5 rounds, basically. We've got 5 rounds or until we're knocked out, or they are. Tantrum, go this way too. And attack this Troll Romper here. Use two of his dice to move there. Got 1 more dice. I think he's going to use an attack. So he's going to attack. Deal 1 damage, which will... Oh, it's got thick skin. We're going to ignore that 1 damage. I forgot about that. But it does make Picket more angry, because he did attack. And because I have this bones here, I can spend it to get angry. So I'm going to spend this and get it up to the 1.8 level on this anger dice. So it goes up in intervals of 0.2. And if he gets to 2, it actually breaks him and he has to calm down before he can do anything. So you have to manage this quite precariously, because if he gets too angry too quick, you can't do what you want. But what this does is I can either use this dice to advance to the next rage dice. So if I had more unlocked, I could upgrade it. Or I can immediately kill a 1-point baddie. That's what its ability is. So I'm going to spend this to immediately kill this baddie from the board. That's a 1-point baddie, and I can move that back down to 1.
That's awesome.
So
that's really a hard one to kill.
Yeah, so that's that worked out really well.
Oh, well done.
Now we go to...
It's looking much better now.
It's looking much better now, yes. Let's go to Picket. So Picket, I know there's harder fights to come, so Picket's just going to roll his permanent upgrade dice and hope he gets some good upgrades.
Do it.
He might be taking this fight a little bit too leisurely. Ooh, very good. So we got +1 permanent shield. So he's always got a shield now. And he's got regain 1 health every turn.
That is...
And now you stay for the whole
best.
adventure
That
unless you spend
best.
them.
Yeah.
Which he will end up spending the shield one because some of his ability makes him attack with shields and you have to discard them. But they're pretty rare, these 2 results too. There's only like 2 on the dice.
Must be your lucky there, Henry.
Yeah, lucky roll that one.
By lottery? No.
Yeah.
Henry tends to roll lucky.
Yeah, this is the game. This is a game built for me.
Yeah, there you go.
I roll lucky on camera.
Not always. Like, remember that time when you...
Yeah, that one time. Let's go Clay Golem. He's going to attack Picket to 1 dice. 1, but I've got a permanent shield.
Yay!
So none. And this guy's been really useless. He's going to walk back this way.
And that's it.
And that's it, yeah. He has to be adjacent like this.
Yeah.
So he's a little bit lost.
Walking around.
Troll.
That's good. That's good. And back again.
Back again. So round 3. Maybe I could have done it in 3 rounds. We'll see.
Ooh.
But it's too late now. I've chosen the wrong one. Picket will move 1 and roll 2 attack dice. I don't think he needs his fancy dice this battle. They're more defensive than aggressive. Okay. So 2 attack. He ignores 1 of them, but he's only got 1 health. So he is going to die. And that goes to Pickett.
Yeah, come on. Can finish it.
Pickett's only got 1 attack die, so he's not...
And gains health, no?
Oh, he does gain a health, that's right. And that is important because you don't necessarily regain all your health between each battle.
Oh, so that's really good then.
Yeah.
Right. Health is 5 at the moment, maximum, isn't it? 1, 2, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to attack. 2 damage.
Wow.
I'll have to... Because he has break, I'd need to discard this dice for the rest of the battle, but it doesn't matter because he's dead. And training bots destroyed. 3 rounds.
Yes. See, you just underestimate your own.
Myself there.
So this was the thing. So that was dumb down these dummies.
So I get to get a training point.
Okay.
Nice. And now I can use it to upgrade my core stats because I couldn't do that with the first 2. I had to get skills. So for these 2, I think what I want is I want to get another dexterity on Pickett because he's a bit slow. So that will help him move around a bit quicker and roll more dice every turn. And Tantrum, I'm tempted to either get a health or probably a health, I think. He's a little bit soft. So let's give him a health over here.
Cool.
So we can return our adventurers to our board. Now at the end of each day, we get a chance to recover. And this gives us a choice of trading our loot, making lockpicking attempts if we have any trove loot, which we probably won't see during our adventure, but these are like hard treasure chests to lock, and you have a chance to unlock them at the end of every adventure. And we have an option to either rest and recover to get full health, which I'm going to do on both of these guys, so they can both have full health again. So Tantrum will go up to 5.
Now, this is now, 5.
Yeah.
That's right.
However, if I had loot, I could discard it and try and look for better loot, which I would have to roll some dice and see if I get lucky. Or I can scout the area, which I roll a dice, and on a certain result, I get to check what baddies coming up that we have. So I can sort of scout for the enemies coming up and find out what we're up against. But for now, I'm going to choose just to heal them both. I'm going to put these baddies to the back of the queue.
So how does it differ with the book and without the book?
Yeah, so without the book, your adventures are just decks of cards, and you would have maybe some adventures to get you going, like 3 standard adventures, and then the rest of your adventure would just be a shuffled deck of cards. You do a random bunch of scenarios until you get to the indicated day, which is like on day 7. I think it's like on day 9 you fail or something. And if you have enough successes, then you spawn the boss battle. And so you have a couple chances to lose scenarios as you go, but if you lose too many, then you fail the whole mission. So instead of doing that with this, we don't have a deck. Our deck is in the book as we play. Yeah. And so basically the book gives you the story and has a preset adventure for you. Yeah, so during your adventure, you'll have like lots of more sort of varied things going on in this book. So I think there's like more slightly more crazy encounters going on and that kind of thing.
That boss butt as well.
And it's just like really good for like, especially new players to get into the adventure.
It's more visual
It's more visual. I think it takes a little bit of the stress out because I found with the base game, I found the adventures quite hard. I played some with my partner, just the base game, and we were struggling quite a lot.
It's quite tough. Okay.
It is tough, and I haven't played through all of this, but at least for the first couple pages that I did play, I didn't find it quite as tough, and I think if I did play with my partner again, I think she would enjoy this scenario a lot more. So it's a lot more visual. Takes there's a lot to take in, this just adds a little bit of a lightness to it all. So.
And it's the tutorial. You mentioned tutorial scenario. So those, and then there's one more
starting scenario card here, which will give us another decision to make.
We'll let you discover yourself for that one. And let's just look at the boss butt.
Yeah, the ball butt. So
Like sideways like that from the front camera. There you go.
So you might be able to get some clue of what happens on the next page. Depends how well you decipher this, but yes, we would. In here is a potential baddie that we would have to fight, and there'll be some cards in here.
Okay, let's have a look at what's on the next page.
And then we're straight into the circus, as you expect. Yes.
It looks like a circus, right?
Yeah.
The whack-a-troll, not whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-troll, yeah, dangerous darts.
And then there's more scenarios here. There's Ferris wheel over here that looking like it's not too safe. Rickety ones.
I don't think much is safe in the world of this gear lock.
No.
So.
And what do we have here?
This is very Undertow-esque. If you know if you know the Too Many Bones is a 2-player expansion or a 2-player standalone game, which is called Undertow.
Wow, this is great.
And
how do you keep it open though? That's the only thing. What other chip theory games that we have here that we can put it there?
Yeah, a very exclusive bookmark that Stella has.
I know. Oh, this is from chip. This is just the dice from the other games.
Yes, very cool.
All right, let's just go back to this one for now. So what's that one? Next one here, Henry? Whoa, look at this. And I like these little bits as well.
We may have reached the town here.
How do you actually do this? Oh, you pull it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, surprise. A troll surprise. And there's other stuff here. That's
just a peaceful forest. That's very nice. I'm sure.
Sure.
There's nothing wrong there.
Where's that thing? Is there anything
I don't
that
think
you
there's
can pull?
any pop-up things here. I think it's
Okay, it is a peaceful one, maybe.
It is peaceful.
Maybe not. Maybe. No, that's an angry robot there.
That looks like a pretty curious robot.
I know.
Yeah.
And what is this?
And
Ta-da!
telling the story back at the pub.
All right. Okay.
Full circle. Yeah.
And then back again.
Yeah.
There you go. Too Many Bones. The Automaton of Shale. Almost sure that's how you say it, but I could be wrong. Who knows?
I'm just going to refuse to say it anymore.
Well, it is recorded, so let's bring it up then. This is one of the newest addition to
the Too Many Bones universe. There's a lot of Too Many Bones out there at this stage. It's been around for quite a while.
We picked it up. I picked it up at Gen Con 2022. And they also have the compacted version of...
Yes. So you got that along with this. And
Too Many Bones.
Basically, it's the same size as this book, essentially, but the whole game.
Really?
And yes.
I feel like it's slightly...
maybe slightly bigger.
Come on, Hen.
I mean, it feels very small.
It is compared to the original box. No, Henry is gone to prove his points and to prove my point. Yeah, it's similar.
Look, I mean, it's pretty similar.
Yeah, okay, that's actually true. Like that.
But
pretty small compared to the original one.
It's definitely the densest board game to size that ever existed, I think.
Pretty heavy to bring back to Australia as well.
Yes.
I can tell you that.
Probably wouldn't be allowed in your hand luggage, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Probably over 7 kilos just by itself.
I don't think I can push it up to the overhead thing anyway. No, I'm like, I'll be too weak for it.
Yeah, it's really like confusing trying to pick this thing up because you're like, let's grab the middle game. You're like,
it's not a one-hander. It's like like the whole thing. No, I don't want to. Oh yeah, the book comes with the
box.
What is it? Little box. Sorry, Hen.
Yeah.
That's a clue, and he got it.
Yeah.
Very very well done. So that's the box there. Little box of book. So it says do not open until instructed. Ooh.
Oops, someone already opened that.
What? That's okay. No, I didn't know that.
So there's
as long as we don't show it.
Hidden something in there.
Thing, and it just fits so nicely in this. It looks so good. And then there you go. I think this box is bigger than this one.
I know.
You're probably right. There you go. Almost the same.
Yeah, this is actually higher than the Too Many Bones box. So
how could it be? So there you go. The Too Many Bones and the Automaton of Shale. Anything else you want to say about this? adventure?
No, I'd recommend people to pick it up if you're looking for a way to maybe teach your
Start,
friends
even,
or to
yeah.
get your friends into the game. This is a really great way. Yeah.
With the wow moments
I think it's something
as
that was
well.
needed as well, because with Too Many Bones, it is something that I've struggled sometimes to introduce to people, and a big book like this makes it a lot more appealing. So, yeah.
Indeed. So, again, thanks, Henry, for coming over and doing this a few rounds playthrough and showing off the book and show us how it works. And if you haven't already known, Henry also has a channel called Let's Start Playing.
Yeah, check it out if you're
On YouTube.
interested. Do a whole bunch of teachers on there mostly. Got a review now, and a few other things happening over there. It's a bit of a I'm sort of dipping my toes in where I can. But,
and it's mainly digital, mainly BGA and TTS and maybe Tabletopia. No, not Tabletopia yet. Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah.
I keep track of that.
Yeah, so if you're interested, especially if you're interested in picking up Board Game Arena, it's a really great place to start.
Yeah.
I'll teach you some of the classic games on there and get you started. So,
check it out. I'll link it in the video description below, so check out Henry's channel.
Yeah.
And that's it. Thanks so much, Henry.
No worries. Thanks,
in the meantime, if you find this useful, please comment, like, and subscribe to us. Hit the bell so you get notification when me, Tarrant, and Henry do new videos. I'm also on Instagram. Find me there. Henry also on Instagram as Hen Solo Board Game. Board games.
I think it's
Hen
actually
_solo.
Let's Start Playing now.
Oh, you changed it.
Changed
Okay.
it. Oops.
Let's start playing. Either way, you can find Henry there.
Yep.
And hopefully we'll see you next time.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye.